He thought he was just a speck, lost in a world too vast to understand. Every drop that touched him felt like a reminder that he was still searching for something unseen. He could feel something beyond the rain, a rhythm he couldn't name. The city no longer felt empty. It pulsed, quietly alive, as if it knew his sorrow. For a moment, he couldn't tell where he ended and where the universe began. In that silence, he felt something shift, the beginning of remembering. The first light of dawn didn't arrive from the sky. It rose within him. He remembered the nights he used to dream of flying among the stars. Now he walked through memories, each corner echoing who he once was. He realized the ground beneath him wasn't dead. It was listening. Even in the forgotten corners of the world, life was still trying to speak. And for the first time, he didn't feel alone in the silence. He followed the river, the same one that once carried his childhood paper boats. Back then, he thought the boat was gone forever. But now he saw it again, fragile, worn, but still here. It was as if time had waited, patiently holding his forgotten dreams. He realized nothing he ever loved was truly lost. Everything returns, because everything was never separate. The petals fell gently, each one whispering a forgotten truth. He began to see it, the same spark that burned in every soul. Time wasn't an enemy anymore, it was a rhythm, and he was part of it. He breathed in, and the world breathed with him. For a moment, he felt the entire universe resting in his hand. He didn't need to reach the stars, he already was one. Above the world, he finally saw it, how light touched everything equally. Even the smallest wings carried echoes of infinity. He wasn't crying from pain, but from remembering who he really was. He saw the pattern, how every star, every soul was a single breath. The same fire that burns in the sun burned in him. He was never separate. He was the universe, dreaming itself. The silence within him became music, the sound of everything. He saw creation not as something outside him, but something he was part of. The boy who once felt small now remembered he was never alone. Two selves, past and present, became one infinite being. Every heartbeat, every breath, every sorrow, all belonged to the same endless song. And in that moment, he understood. He had never been separate from the universe. He left behind the noise of the world to hear what silence had been trying to say. In every drop, he saw galaxies reflecting themselves. The earth wasn't beneath him anymore. It was within him, and for the first time, he felt the horizon breathe. Voices from his past echoed softly, not to haunt, but to remind. He realized the universe wasn't outside waiting. It was speaking through him. Across the field, he saw the boy he once was, fragile and afraid. Fear had always chained him, not to the world, but to himself. He didn't fight the pain, he embraced it. Forgiveness wasn't about forgetting, it was about remembering love. Two souls became one, shadow and light finally whole, and with that unity, he stepped closer to infinity. The sky was no longer above him, it was inside his chest. Every breath became a universe forming and fading. The stars whispered the names of everyone he'd ever loved. Even sorrow had light. It only needed to be released. He wasn't disappearing. He was returning, back into the heart of everything that ever was. There was no up, no down, only endless being. He could feel the heartbeat of creation pulsing through every atom. Every sound was a story. Every silence was truth. He wasn't drawn to the light. He was the light, remembering itself. No fear, no boundaries, only infinite love. And then there was nothing, and yet everything. He saw it all, life and death, joy and loss, all part of one heartbeat. He realized he had been every face, every voice, every soul. Nothing was separate, only reflected in different forms. The universe wasn't a thing. It was an act of constant becoming. He finally saw awakening wasn't leaving the world. It was becoming it, and in his gaze, the cosmos saw itself. He returned, not as who he was, but as everything he had become. The sky welcomed him like an old friend. The earth recognized him and bloomed in gratitude. He saw himself in every child's eyes, the same spark, the same longing. He didn't need to teach, only to remind. He was no longer searching. He had become the answer. The world hadn't changed, only the eyes that saw it had. Every motion was part of a rhythm older than time. Even anger was sacred, a flame trying to remember love. Kindness didn't need reason. It was his nature now. He realized joy was the simplest form of truth. Everywhere he looked, the universe smiled back. Life was no longer a question, it was a song. He found divinity in the simplest acts. Every companion was a reflection of himself. Light touched the water, water touched the sky. And there was no difference. He smiled. The wind had always been whispering the same truth. Nothing was apart. Everything was home. He watched the day end, not as loss, but as transformation. Even rest was sacred, the pause between heartbeats of the cosmos. Every ending carried the seed of a beginning. He no longer sought eternity. He was living it. Every return was a reminder. Everything circles back to oneness. He breathed, and the stars breathed with him. The world sank into silence, not emptiness, but peace. He looked into the water and saw infinity staring back. There was never a line between us. The sky and water finally became one mirror. His words became light traveling across the cosmos. Somewhere, a new soul awakened, remembering too, life continued, the endless song of being. Every act of love was the universe recognizing itself. And the stars kept burning, not far away, but within every heart. We were never fragments, only reflections. Creation itself was love in motion, and love was the gravity that held it all together. He closed his eyes, no longer to dream, but to awaken. The light of one became the breath of countless stars. Every star was a heartbeat, every heartbeat a universe. He wasn't fading, he was returning home. There was no sky, no ground, only endless presence. Before you die, understand this: you were never separate from the universe.